All right, here is another hearts craft that you can make into a Valentine's Day card for the service from the heart. February Valentine's Day cards that we're collecting. So what you're going to need is a piece of construction paper cut in half, so just half of it. You need a plain piece of paper, and I'm just going to set that to the side first. Then you're going to need either a glue stick or some glue, scissors, some markers, and you're going to, you can do crayons, markers, colored pencils, whatever, but what you need is a gray marker for some shading. So make sure you have a gray, not black, definitely gray. And then a pencil, and here's our construction paper. The first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your construction paper and you're gonna fold it in half, again. So I'm folding it in half, and then I'm gonna cut it along that line. So I'm just cutting it along that line. And I don't have a fancy dancy like thing to hold my camera, so I'm just kind of doing this with it sitting on a water bottle, so my apologies. So hopefully you can see. So then you're going to take this again, each of your pieces, you're going to fold it in half once, and then you're going to set it down, and then you're going to do one side of a heart. So you're going to come and you're going to make a heart shape, okay, for each of your things. So you're going to fold each piece of your construction paper in half. You're going to set it down, and then you're going to draw your heart on here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So I have my two pieces, and then I'm going to cut out my heart on both of them. I'm going to come in here and cut out my heart. So I'll have the heart piece, and then I'll have the shape of the heart. And we're going to set those aside because we're going to use both pieces. So I'm going to have my heart. I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to have, again, my heart piece, one heart, and where I cut it out, but I want both parts. So I should have two outsides and two hearts. I'm just going to set those aside. The next step is you're going to take your clean piece of white paper, okay, and the whole piece. You are going to decide what kind of pattern you are going to make on your lovely piece of paper. So I'm going to decide I'm going to do dots. So, and I just picked out these colors. You can do rainbow, you could do two colors, you could do all blues, you could do stripes, you could do lightning bolts, you could do confetti, you could do hearts. I'm just gonna do dots. So I'll take my cap off, and I'm just gonna put dots all over my paper. Keep going, keep going. And I'm gonna do this with every color. And at the very end, you should have a patterned piece of paper that looks like this, kind of like a wrapping paper, right? So the next part, let's set this back up here. So the next part, I'm going to take one of my cutout pieces and put it on the upper left hand of my paper, like this. I'm gonna put it up there, and then I'm gonna glue it into place on the upper top left, because we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 little spaces, okay? So I'm going to glue that into place. If I can get my glue open. There we go. So we're going to do this, get my glue out, and I'm going to paste down my first heart cutout on one side of the paper in the upper corner. in the upper left corner. Okay. Okay, that's there. Then I'm going to take my other piece, my other cutout, and I'm going to put it in the lower right hand corner. Get my directions right. So I have one here and one here. Okay. So I'm going to glue that one down. And mine are a little big, so mine will kind of overlap in the middle, which is fine. See kind of how they overlap right there? That's okay. Okay, so I've got 1, 2 there. Okay. Then I can put my heart pieces in the empty quadrants. So I have 4 kind of spaces, and I'm going to put my hearts there in the empty ones. So I have one right here, and then I'm going to put one right here. Okay. My hearts are a little big for my paper. So this one right here I like because I can see a lot of, and here I see a lot of dots. I can always come back, and like over here I've covered up a lot of my dots. So I can come back and put some of my dots in some of the places where I didn't have dots. Just kind of like pretend that, oh, that marker's kind of fizzling out. So then I have my lovely 4 hearts. I've got one there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to add a shadow on one side of my heart here. And I'm going to add a shadow on this side of my heart. And I'm going to add a shadow on this side of my heart. And I'm going to add a shadow on this side of my heart. Kind of make them stick out a little bit. If you wanted to, you could use like a fun color instead of making a shadow, kind of like outlining your hearts like that. I mean, this is your art. You can make it however you want. But it's kind of a cute like effect because you've got the 4 parts of your heart. And if you're going to use this for your Valentine's Day, you're going to write a little Valentine's message on the back. Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm going to put my name, just your first name, and your troop. And then you have a nice little, and I'm going to do the same as I did over here. You have a nice little 4 quadrant Valentine's Day, a Valentine's sheet to give to somebody. You can make it into a card. You could fold this in half if you wanted to make it into a card. You could cut it into 4 and make 4 separate cards. So there's a lot of options with this one. You can do it however you want. You can make whatever patterns you want. You could make patterns on your construction paper. If you don't have construction paper, you could do 2 different types of patterns. There's a lot of different ways to do this one. So here's another option.